Good morning, Wolfpack. Happy February the 1st. Holy cow, 2020. Um, Today, as you can see, I am not by the lake, Lake Erie. I am actually sitting by my shrine that I created at some point when I felt like I needed something inside my home that I could go to, and it would be a place of just escape. We all need it. I think that's what kind of helped me evolve as well. Last night I had a aha moment when the night before I had done a reading on someone. Um, my psychic abilities have come out like full swing, and this person being so very dear to me, um, it was unbelievable. It was a starting of a process that needed to happen. It was starting of healing her heart, um, and I watched it unfold in front of my very eyes with the words that were coming out of my mouth that the divine spirit God, you know, however you want to present this being, was giving me, um, and that's when I realized, holy cow, Katina, you are a light worker, divine master, and you are a healer, which I help to heal the heart. That's what my calling is. That's what I do. To get there, though, I had to endure so much pain, which we all go through so much pain. We just have to find out through the pain that we've gone through why, what do we learn, and will we ever make that mistake again? I can honestly say, after that particular reading, after that, watching this person that's so dear to me was able to hold her own heart and know that her family on the other side, there was one person in particular that kept holding her heart in their hand and just stroking her heart just to let her know it's okay. It's okay. I've always been there. So today, my message that divine gives me is we have to start looking inward. Yes, my chakra has opened up many doors, and I'm hoping it's going to open doors to you. That's why every day I'm going to give you some type of mantra, the hand gestures, that you can practice on, and those actually will touch the energy that you need to touch and to start healing what parts that you need to heal. Um, the subconscious hangs on for so long, and we can't even tap into it. If we could, that easy, we all walk around happy, but we have to find ways to tap in to not relive the traumatic experiences that we had, but to accept all and know that there was a reason for it. Um, there'll always be a reason. There's always a lesson to learn. And if we don't get it right, it's kind of, it's like you're going to come back. You're going to do it until you get it right. That's what your purpose was. And you have many, that you're supposed to get through. I know each and every one of you are feeling something. 2020 just brought in this feeling of, holy shit, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Why do I feel like this? Is it my job, my love life, my home? What the hell is it? And it's all called ascending. It's an ascending process. We're transforming. It's called transformation. We all have to know where we came from, and seeing that, as I call the bump in the nights. Those who have already watched one of my videos, they know, you know what the bump in the nights are. Giving no power to them. It's the evils, the demons, the devil. They are affecting us more and more and more and more. Yesterday I gave a protection. You know, the divine was like, Katina, you have to explain the importance of protection. But it even goes further than that. Protection is for you and the people you love. And it's not just physical protection, it's mental protection. The bump in the nights are in the air just like everything else is in the air, and it intertwines into our thoughts. If we're not protected, what happens? We lose all train of thought. We go into a negative when we were just so high on a positive. We just woke up from bed and we should be happy. No, they're getting you as soon as you open your eyes. Sometimes they've been in your dreams all night long, messing with you, conjuring up things. So when I say protection, I say it with knowing that you can protect your mind, your heart, and your soul. So I say mind because people say mind. It's actually mind, heart, and soul here. But it's safeguarding. It's safeguarding your vessel, inside your vessel, to where if it does get a little bit penetrated, it's not so dramatic to where you lose all thought. You know, you do things that, why in the hell did I do that? That's what we're fighting. There was another thing I came up with last night. I didn't really come up with it. The divine slaps the Katina. After my sister had passed, my mother and I watched this woman just kind of crumble, my family crumble, and you know, I was missing my best friend, my sister, my everything so much that I just wanted to see her, talk to her, know that she made it to the other side. You know, did she see Prince? I mean, that was a running thing. Bitch, if she did. I know she did. But just having that contact, that I looked up psychic mediums. This has been, 3 years ago when I started my journey, and I found a lady named Heidi Jaffe in Orlando, psychic medium. This woman was unlike I would have ever expected. She told it like it is. She didn't hold back. My sister, when my sister was introduced to the room, my grandfather brought her in, and Heidi kept asking, "Who's going to Disney World? Who's, what are these Mickey Mouse ears?" And I grabbed my mom's arm, and tears running down my face, and I say, "Oh my God, it's Rat! It's Rat! She's here!" And that was the first time I got to talk to my sister, and my mom got to feel the comfort that Heidi gives to people. And for that, there's not enough thank yous, gratitudes that I could give Heidi. But with that, I've come to realize that there's a lot of people out there that are trying to connect with people on the other side, or trying to just find out what direction they're supposed to go. And you may not have a lot of money, so they're going to give you a free trial on the internet. Yeah, do this tarot reading, do this. But there's something behind that. People need to safeguard themselves and protect themselves, not just from the mind, the heart, but the Bump in the Nights are using psychic ability people that don't ground themselves enough. Maybe greed's taken over. Maybe they're not thinking about the purpose that they're doing these readings for these people. Get caught up. I don't believe that. I do not believe that psychics are out there for bad. I had someone that used to call them soothsayers. Okay, call them what they are. I'm an empath. That's what I call them, empaths. We're opened up to speak to our angels or to our God. And we all have the ability. It's just harnessing that ability. But 2020, things speeding up as fast as they are, the divine said, hey, wait a minute. Bump in the Nights have figured this out, and they're going to use the power of loss to harness in on people's emotions, their weaknesses. So what my advice, what I, the divine told me, we do the protection, you ward off your evil. You just get rid of it. You also, there's intuition. There's a feeling that you have that when you get a tarot reading that's different than the one you've normally gotten, or if it's your first one, and like for me and my soul sister, she believes in wanting to know a little bit more than me, which is nothing wrong. She's a Sag. She's ready to fight that battle, so she wants to know what battle she's about to get into, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I did learn that for me, there's certain tarot readers that don't resonate good with me, and there's nothing against them at all. But it just could be that day, a bump in the night got into their head. And what they're giving out is not actually what you're supposed to be receiving. So, when you go into any type of readings, with mediums or tarot cards or voodoo, whatever you're into, whatever your soul needs at that time, always pray to give you what you need as far as if that is the right thing for you at that time. Because it might not be. It might set you in a whole different tailspin, to where it's more negative than positive. So, protection. Still preaching about the protection, the protection. We cannot have enough protection. And know that it doesn't matter if you're by a lake or if you're inside your home. You don't even have to have any type of shrine to put you in wherever you need to be. But this, I was able to connect to get my full reading last night from the divine. The divine talks to me and says, "Okay, Katina, this is what we got to do," And as I have all this, and I have my blue lights, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this music that's the binaural beats that are bringing up my vibration, the divine tells me, hey, your wolf pack is listening. You need to make sure they get it. They understand it. So, my advice to you, if you are looking to do past life regression, if you're looking to do any kind of Reiki, if you're looking to go into any type of meditation, any type of chakra dance, chakra rhythm dance, if you're learning mantras, if you're learning the mandala, if you are coming into your psychic abilities and you're asking, other mediums or other psychics or clairvoyants that for help, trust your intuition. Yesterday I reached out to Maynard James Keenan because of the fact my abilities are they're so direct, and I don't want to make a mistake with anybody. I don't want to be the cause of losing a soul because I did not read the message right. Maynard's got it. He learns every day, yes. But that's what we're supposed to do. I just believe that there's more that we're supposed to learn before I can let you in on the whole chakra, and the beats and your frequencies. Though last night was very, very powerful, and I'm hoping to have a lot of the music that will help people just to start their journey, or if you've already started your journey, to find out where you're at in your enlightenment. And if you are stuck on one particular chakra, there's a reason. And the music I've not created but have found will help you to unlock those particular areas that you need to unlock and start seeing the world a little bit different. I know, we've done protection, the warding off evil. We did the grounding, your grounding. Your sacral, which is just your feminine part. That would be, you're cupping your right hand on top of your left hand. Thumbs meet. You drop it down to your pelvis. It's your womanly, it's like holding your baby. It's holding your, I hate to say it, holding your uterus. It's just being loved with yourself. You're giving into the serpentine. You are allowing yourself to be as beautiful, sexual, and just a nurturer. You are a mother. You are a grandmother. You are a woman. You are, just hear me roar kind of woman. That's what you want. That's what you want people to see in you. So, sacrum. This is your sacrum. One more would be your solar plexus. Solar plexus is going to be your, I hate to say it, masculine money maker. And it's kind of like you want that money. It's, give me a little bit of money. And you do it with such thrust because you know it's right, that you've done everything right. So your solar plexus needs to come and fight with you. All right? Solar plexus. We're going to do heart. Your heart. Heart. This is your heart. Right here. And you give your heart. You give it as much as you can. Oh, and you breathe in your love and you just give it out to the world. Last night I had a blue kind of night. As you can see, my blue colors. Blue is for my strength. And I think that's what I'm getting to, is we all have to have strength to overcome anything. I mean, you have to be able to do it. So you need to interlock family, friends, strength. Strength in numbers. I say divide and conquer. Divide bad versus good. Conquer that shit. You're strong enough. It's your throat chakra. You can't do anything to you because you're very strong. This would be strength. There's no breaking it. Through everything, there's no breaking it. Your third eye. Intuition. Open up. Open up. Create. Use that gut feeling to weed out the ones you know aren't right. Being family members, friends, co-workers, psychic mediums. If it doesn't feel right, don't question it. Then you have your crown chakra, which is nothing but pure heavenly. See that heart? It's heavenly. That's what we do. And through that, we pray, we bring it up, and we create the heart again. This is how we do it. And actually, it makes a heartbeat when you do it. So with that, I've given you all of them now. We are going to start putting the music to it now. Raising that vibration up. But we have to start at the root, which is going to start at a lower vibration. And you might even feel a little uneasy at first. Just take it in. You don't have to dance. It's nothing about moving your body. It's about the music I give you. And you've taken that promise, making the promise to yourself. I'm going to give myself long enough to put on this music Katina told me that will resonate in my head. I'll put it on my earphones, be alone. If I have a shrine, fine. If I'm outside, fine. If you're in your vehicle at lunchtime, fine. Break, fine. Give yourself that just long enough. Put the music on. Slowly close your eyes. Deep inhale, filling up your lungs. And then exhale. Every bit from your toes, your fingertips, everything comes out. And you do that 3 times. 3 times. Just like that. And if that music has hit you and it's resonated and you don't want to turn it off, don't turn it off. Let it play to the end. But if it's not your cup of tea, you opened your mind. Remember that. And maybe the next song will be different for you. But every bit of music that I am going to be able to hand over or recommend is what I've used to get where I'm at. And we're supposed to be in retrograde right now. We're supposed to be slowing things down. Some of us won't. We won't slow down to a point that we can take a breath, because we're not supposed to. We are supposed to full speed ahead. It's kind of like the head of the tribes are calling all their people. Well, I'm calling my wolf pack. There is a urgent message for my wolf pack. There's a very urgent message, and we can't save every soul, but God dang, we can try. And if one slips away, at least we could say we tried. But it starts with you first. You have to know who you are and your enlightenment, and be able to speak to your angels. Let them give you the messages, not that tarot reading or that psychic medium. And I have nothing against them. Oh, I have nothing but just wonderful. Without Heidi, oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do. I probably would have went through that dark hole, me and my mom, holding hands, going through the dark hole of depression. Instead, my sister from the other side grabbed my hand and said, "Come on, Stink," what she called me. "Let's take this journey together. We can do this. We can reach out." I am who I am because of the experiences in my life. And you have to realize that. And don't look at them as they were so negative. Oh my gosh, why? Don't. Because in the end, you find out why. And you're more open. And when something does happen, it doesn't hurt as bad. It stings, but it doesn't hurt as bad. I said on one of my posts that we need to make sure that we thank the people that made a difference, that opened yourself to self-discovery. And one person I wanted to thank was Maynard James Keenan from Tool. He has no idea how his music and the vibration and just getting it, knowing, shit, I got it, fuck. Celine Dion, Power of Love. That was another one that, it is the power of love. It's the power of love for yourself. I could keep naming off, things. When you go through these ascending, it's kind of like you go through a process. So therefore, there is music per process. It's bringing that emotion out with that frequency, and it's not reliving it, but it's bringing that part in the heart that it hurt, and knowing with that music, it's okay. It's okay. Deal with it. Cry over it. Hit a punching bag. But no, there's no harm anymore. You can actually let it go. And when you do that, then you're able to go to your next phase, which I call it the root to the sacral, to the solar plex, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown. Then you start going into communication with the angels and knowing your soul purpose and being able to forgive, to where you know we are all one. No culture, no race, no ethnicity, nothing like that. We are all one. We're all one. To where your last chakra, way, just way up here, it's a color that we've never seen before. We saw it when we were birthed, and we'll see it again as we die. But it's the color that we all want to get to, and that is being with our Father, our divine, our source, our spirit, knowing that we can do anything, be anything. That was my message for today. I'm glad that I'm able to share this with you, and I'm hoping that every day it gets more powerful. I get more responses. Any questions? Oh, please, to hit me up. Facebook, Instagram. I have a Twitter, but I'm not a Twitterer. I did that because there was questions I needed to ask Maynard. But I'm here to teach. I know I'm here to teach, and I'm just finding out more and more and more. So, like I said, we're on this journey together. My wolf pack's getting more. It's getting bigger. People are learning, and they want to know more, and we need people like me, like you, to be able to give the message and make sure we get these souls home. And not let any bump in the nights take what does not belong to them. We can do this, and it's going to take one soul at a time through the power of love. So, with peace, love, unity, and forgiveness, what else is there? We can make this place beautiful. We can make it to where we all live together. So, keep your eyes open, sending much peace and love always to each and every one of you. Please like me on Facebook, on Instagram. Contact me any questions, and I will be shooting out even more, because I don't have time to just do one video a day. I'm going to have to start putting them out more and more and more and more, because Divine says we're behind schedule. Let's get people caught up with where we're supposed to be at. Let's start this healing for this earth so we can all live together in peace and love and not be scared anymore. So, with that, Rat loves you. I love you. Peace and love always.